Welcome back to ESBR Boxing. Delighted to be joined by Paul Kelly. This is a betting tip show for the main event this weekend. Joyce versus Zhang at the Box Arena in London. Paul, thank you for joining me. I think this is a big fight. I'm looking forward to it. Some people aren't, but I am. Tell us what your thoughts are ahead of Saturday night.
Yeah, I think it's a great fight. Anytime Joyce fights, it's compelling viewing now. I think everyone loves watching Joyce. He's thoroughly entertaining, despite maybe not being the fastest of heavyweights, as some people may give him a bit of stick for that. But yeah, no, I love watching Joyce. I think he's kind of must see TV now in terms of boxing, and he's knocking on the door as definitely the next in line to fight either Usyk or Fury, provided he wins this weekend.
Yeah, I think some people have contrasting opinions on this one. I think Zhang arguably should still be undefeated after that fight against Filip Hrgović. And Joyce, obviously, we've seen him beat Daniel Dubois, which was an upset in some people's eyes. And saw him kind of destroy Joseph Parker as well last year. So yeah, this is another test for him, and we'll see what happens on Saturday night. Paul, yeah, as always, looking forward to hearing your betting tips. What have you? Yeah, let us know what you've got for us.
Yeah, so I think we've talked about it in a group chat and stuff before. Excuse me. And yeah, I think you have to make Joyce a huge favourite. I wasn't surprised to see him at 1 to 10 odds, to be honest with you. I think he'll win the fight by stoppage, but that's only around 4 to 11. So for me, not a huge amount of value there. So having a wee bit of a deeper dive, there's kind of two that caught my eye, one in particular. The one that I think is probably the most likely is Joyce to win by knockout in the middle third of the fight, so rounds 5 to 8, and it's at just short of 2 to 1. It's 15 to 8. I think that Zhang will be dangerous for 2, 3, 4 rounds. But I think we've said this before numerous times. There's huge question marks over his gas tank, in my opinion. Even though he seemed to get a second wind against Hrgović, and Hrgović was gassing as well that fight. After 4 rounds, that fight was there was no head movement, there was nothing. It was just two men standing in the middle of the ring. I don't think Zhang has the best engine, and at he's nearly 40 now as well. I think that I think that Joyce, after as long as he gets through the first few rounds unscathed, I can see Joyce taking over and winning the fight by a stoppage in the kind of the middle round. So yeah, rounds 5 to 8 at 15 to 8 is my betting tip for this fight.
Okay. Good stuff. Yeah, I think it's not kind of not particularly wide odds there, which I think says something about the way the bookies think this one is going to go. So yeah, I'm happy to go with that. I think the first 4 rounds are going to be fascinating because I feel like that's Zhang's time to make an impact there. Scheduled for 12 rounds, with considering Zhang's engine, I struggle to see it going 12 rounds if you consider Joyce just seems to kind of get stronger as the rounds go on. So yeah, I'm all for that. So rounds 5 to 8, 15 to 8.
Yeah, that's ones I like. And then I know I don't know, not 100% sure what your opinion is on it, but see a lot of people talking about the second half of the fight and a knockout for Joyce in round 7 to 12, 6 to 5. So that just shows you, yeah, kind of backing up what you said there. The bookies are definitely favouring a Joyce stoppage probably later in the fight here, and I can't really disagree with him. I think it might come a little bit earlier in those middle 4 rounds, as I said there. So yeah, that would be that's what presents the most value for me.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I can understand why. I think I think so. I feel like according to bookies odds, this is not the most 50-50 fight you're gonna see. Are you do you think many people are gonna be putting any money on Zhang at all? You can be honest here. Obviously seen some pretty wide odds. I think I saw last night, Zhang rounds 1 to 4 was 30 to 1. You can be honest here. Does that tempt you at all?
No, see, to be honest, if I was betting on this fight, I wouldn't be backing Zhang. I know that he has big odds and stuff, but for me, the value is just looking at particular rounds for Joyce, to be quite honest with you. I think Zhang will be dangerous early on, but even that, like Joyce has shown that he can take a huge shot Um, and yeah, as you said, he just gets stronger as the fight progresses. So I
Yeah.
don't really think there's huge value there. But yeah, I think it was like 10-1 or something I saw for him to win by knockout, Zhang. So it could be maybe worth it, maybe worth a few quid, but not for me.
I feel like you're being very polite as always, Paul. Okay, final question from me, Paul. If you had a fiver and you were putting it on one round for Joe Joyce to win by stoppage, which round would you put it on?
I'll go for around six.
Round six. I'm gonna go round eight, and we will see who's the most far off come Saturday evening. Paul, thank you for joining me as always. I'm looking forward to this one, as I've already said. Joe Joyce versus Zhang Zhang on Saturday night. Let us know your betting tips in the comments box below. We would love to hear them. Feel free to slag off Paul's betting tips. Feel free to agree with them. Do what you want. But yeah, it's been good to speak to you, Paul, and I will speak to you again soon. Okay.
Yes, cheers, mate. Looking forward to this one. All the best.